Hello, my name is Yvonne Smith. I'm the CEO here at One West. We are having an event tonight, which is a meet and greet with the mayor. This event is sponsored by Joash Construction, and they are a small developer and contractor here in the West End. We're super excited to have Joash presenting this event tonight, as they are one of the developers located in our small developer program. We will have several of the small developers here tonight. Many of them are multiple family members and multi-generational, and we are super excited about that as well. We're looking forward to the community coming out and the mayor being here to meet these folks and see the projects that they're doing.
It's 17th Street.
We're here on behalf of One West. We want to thank them for the facility, and we also heard that we want to show that the current mayor, Greenberg, that he has our support, and we also want to let everybody know what's going on in the community and what we're trying to do in the development. All right. So my name is Joseph Scott, and I'm just the sponsor of this. And like I said, we just want to let people know what's going on in the community. We want to let the mayor know he has our support, and show you all and everybody what we're doing in the community. I'm president of Joash Construction, and we have property on 3001 West Broadway. It's currently there. It's an ironworks building. Some people know they still do business with us, but we plan on taking and tearing it down and putting on the corner multi-purpose building used like this. This is the renderings of actually where it is on Broadway. How many know where that railroad track and that viaduct and all that's at? That's where that's at. And it's also on the same street, Broadway and 30. So we're about 2 blocks south of the Norton Sports Track Center. How many know where that's at? And so we own all these acreage, and we plan on putting, I'm gonna let the one presentator that we're gonna lease land to, of what we're gonna have here. But what we wanna have here is a multi-purpose building. We wanna have, when I say multi-purpose building, we wanna have restaurants, sit-down restaurants. We wanna have clinicians, because we still need medical needs down here in the West End. How many know we still need medical needs down here? So we want to put that down here, and we're going to put some type of housing. We're not against affordable housing, but we want to put, some kind of mixed-use housing. That's what we want to do on the land. And so this kind of gives you another site overview of the site of what I'm doing. Just the same thing here. It's just showing the different type of buildings of what we want to do. Thank you so much. That is for coming. And I want to introduce a great mayor of a great city, Mayor Greenberg.
Well, it's great to be with you all this evening. I hope everyone had a wonderful day. It's been a good couple of days across our city. For those of you who haven't heard, yesterday we announced that the United States Gymnastics Olympic Trials are going to be in Louisville in 2028. So that's about a 2-week festival. That's going to be a lot of fun and do some wonderful things and hopefully support local businesses, not just downtown, but all across the entire community. And so we've got a lot of positive progress going on in our city. I know there are a lot of challenges in the world today. There are challenges here in West Louisville. There are challenges across the entire city, across the state, across the country. But the good news is we have some positive momentum going on here. So I'm excited to continue partnering with you all, with One West, with many other organizations to keep that going. Just a quick reflection back on the past couple of years if we want to talk about some of the changes that have happened here in West Louisville. We have made significant investments in some of the infrastructure that I think lay the foundation for improved neighborhoods, improved quality of lives for people who live in West Louisville now and who are going to choose to call West Louisville home in the near future. Let's start with our parks. That's what I love the most, doing it for our kids and for our families. We have made significant investments in West Louisville parks over the past couple of years. If you start, I guess we're pretty close to Shawnee and Chickasaw Park right here. Just Chickasaw Park, we've made some improvements. We've finished the pond work there, a new playground, and we just announced a $5 million private gift to Olmsted Parks that's going to complete the master plan for Chickasaw Park. So you're going to see great new community engagement and improvements in that park coming, even more than what's already happened in the year. Shawnee Park, we made some improvements, but it's either next week or the week after. We're going to have a major announcement with Senator Neal, with Councilwoman Purvis, for the Shawnee Outdoor Learning Center, which is going to be a brand new $10 million project that'll be a new community center, a place for kids to have opportunities for camps, learning experiences, job fairs, farmers markets, lots of indoor and outdoor activity in Shawnee Park, which is one of our city's true gems. We've rebuilt Elliott Park, which needed some love and improvement. We have a brand new park, the new Walnut Street Park, right across the street from Louisville Central Community Center. We've expanded Waterfront Park West into Play Park Port, another new park, which is probably the best playground in the entire country. So it's some place that you definitely want to take your family to if you haven't visited already. Let's move on to our libraries. Our libraries, we reopened and renovated the Parkland Library, which was closed for over 40 years, which was a shame for the Parkland neighborhood, and now that's a true gem for that community. The Portland neighborhood that was closed, we renovated and expanded that, and that's now a wonderful new library as well. And so when you look at our parks and libraries and improving the quality of life, those are just some of the things that we've done. I'm proud of the partnership that we've had with One West to be able to provide some capital so that One West is such an important organization can continue to keep the positive momentum going, whether it's along the 18th Street commercial corridor, whether it's some of the work that it's doing right around this neighborhood with child care and improving access to child care, and the list goes on and on of the great work that One West is doing. We worked with Kroger on Broadway, right not too far from there, to try to improve the facility, the location there at Broadway, across the street from Goodwill Opportunity Campus, which we also supported. And I should also add, in all of our parks now, we have improved lighting, we have Wi-Fi, trying to make it safer for families to enjoy that as well. We've also been focused on how we can help small businesses grow. We were talking earlier about the opportunities for smaller businesses. We have an equity and procurement task force that my colleague, Deputy Mayor Chan Kemper, oversees, and we want to help support smaller developers, smaller builders, smaller contractors with whether you're building affordable housing, regular housing, for sale housing, whether you can do sidewalks, whatever your specialty might be. We want to make it easier to have opportunities with Louisville Metro government. I know we've been working closely with One West on some of that, but we want to work more closely with you all as well. Another area that I'm just trying to give you some feel for some of the things that we've been doing over the last few years. Another area that I'm incredibly passionate about is early childhood education and quality child care. We created a new organization called Thrive by 5 Louisville, which is working to improve the access and affordability of quality child care for families across this community. Because we know that there are far too many kids that the first time they ever go into a classroom, is their first day of JCPS kindergarten. And for many of those kids, they might already be behind and might never have the opportunity to catch up. And that's not right. And so what we're working to do is working to make it a reality that every 3- and 4-year-old can have access to quality child care before they enter kindergarten, to help them get off to the strongest possible start in life, and to help their parents re-enter the workforce, pursue education, whatever they might want to do in their life without having to make that impossible decision of whether they can afford child care. And so also, this has been a busy week. On Monday of this week, we launched a new pilot program. Some of you all might apply to you all. You might have some friends or family members that should reach out. But we now have 225 scholarships available for 225 Louisville families that have a 3- or 4-year-old. And even people that may not have been eligible for financial assistance might qualify for this. For example, for families of 4, if they earn up to $132,000, they're eligible for financial assistance under this new program. So if you know someone that might be interested in this, please, the website is thrive5Louisville.org, and you can find out more about this. And there are people that can help walk through the application to get more 3- and 4-year-olds into quality child care. We have 26 facilities all across Louisville that are partnered with Thrive by 5 Louisville to make that a reality. So please spread the word, because my hope is that this is a great success, and we can use this to build on, to get more public and private financing to make this a reality for all Louisville families over the coming years. We're also going to keep focused on creating jobs, making housing more affordable. I know that that's gotten incredibly expensive, just as everything has these days. But those are some of the things that we're going to continue to focus on, I hope, with the opportunity to serve as one more term as mayor. So I'm happy to answer any questions. Let me stop there. I probably already talked longer than I intended to. Let me stop there, and if we have time, I take questions?
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me just stop there and take any questions that you all might have. But thank you all for joining. Yes?
Provide that affordable housing. Like if they
To
wanna
build,
develop-
okay. So the question was, smaller developers build housing, and the answer to that question is yes. I'm proposing my budget in the city a week from today, next Thursday, and then there will be a specific allocation. We call it the Small Developer Fund. It's using federal funds that are geared towards affordable housing, and so we're going to earmark a few $1 million. I'll give the details next week, specifically for smaller developers to take advantage of that. We also have a program that I should tell you all about that we implemented, where I know that in neighborhoods around here, for example, in other parts of the city, there are a lot of vacant or abandoned homes. One of the challenges with those homes is that they start to accumulate liens, code enforcement liens. And so there might be a house that has $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 of code enforcement liens, which makes it almost impossible to sell, because who wants to buy the house with that much liens on it? So what we did, the odds are the city's never going to collect on those liens anyway, and they bring down the quality of neighborhoods. So what we do is we have a new lien waiver program. So if there are homes that you all know about that have these code enforcement liens that you think you can buy, renovate, and either sell or rent to a family, and you're going to keep it as affordable housing, but it can be for sale housing, we will waive those liens. And so we want to get these properties churned. We want to get them back into home ownership opportunities or rental opportunities for families to improve their lives and improve the quality of neighborhoods. So if you reach out, I'll give my email address, by the way, I should tell everybody. It's just Craig, my name, craig.greenberg@louisvilleky.gov, or you can call my office anytime and follow up on any of this, and we'll get you with the right people. But there are programs to get more, and that doesn't require any additional funding. We'll do that and we'll help you. We also have down payment assistance. So not for the developer of the home, but for certain buyers of home, whether you're first-time and eligible buyers, where we can provide up to $20,000 or $25,000 in down payment assistance for people to buy their first home. We're going to continue that program as well. So there are several tools that we have, because we would love for every vacant and abandoned property in West Louisville and all of Louisville to have a new home on it, to be a place where families are living and enjoying and improving the quality of the neighborhoods. Yes, sir.
We're developing, and one of the issues we have is with the process
to get something rezoned.
Yep.
Are there any other things that are happening in order to kind of lessen some of the things that we have to go through to get that rezoned? It's a strenuous process sometimes, and it takes a while.
Are you looking mostly to convert to commercial use, or what type of?
We're multifamily.
Multifamily. So the question was about zoning process. I will tell you that one of my biggest surprises in the 3+ years I've been mayor are the politics of housing when it comes to apartments. And you see that that's not a West Louisville thing, it's at every part of our city. That you're seeing it play out in St. Matthews right now with a large project that's facing a lot of questions and concerns. And the interesting thing is I've never met a person in my time as mayor who doesn't agree we all need more affordable housing. Then when it comes to a specific project, the sidewalks aren't wide enough. There's not a Target stop close enough. You can't walk to the grocery store. The list goes on and on of some challenges. And so that has been a challenge. We are working to make it easier. As a matter of fact, I know there are a lot of questions about AI and how that's going to be used. This is an area where we actually have a new program that we're working to make it easier to get through the planning and zoning process. Because you've got a 900-page book of codes and regulations for the development code. And we're working on this new, we're piloting it right now, where even before you submit your application, you'll run it through an agent, and it will tell you, here are some challenges that you might have, so that we can speed up the process to either give you a yes, or to say, here are the challenges that we have before it can be approved. So you're going to see a lot more about it. My colleague Katie Littman actually just walked in, and she can answer more questions about the whole planning and zoning process. But we're working on it. And if there are specific challenges, please reach out to my office anytime.
Revitalize Waterfront Park and the Belvedere.
Great question. Are there any plans to revitalize Waterfront Park or the Belvedere? Let me first start with Waterfront Park, that has been a gem of our city for 20 years. And we've proposed investments in Waterfront Park. Stay tuned for my budget address next week. You'll hear a little bit more about that. We're also working to get some state and federal funds. Unfortunately, Louisville got a lot of investment this past year, including for West Louisville. There was some funding for the African American Heritage Center. There was funding for Oak Street improvements that Senator Herron worked on. There was some funding for a project in Park Hill that's going to be a new housing building directly across the street from Park Hill. Waterfront Park did not get any this year. They have in the past. We're going to keep advocating for that. But I'm getting ready to make some proposals for continued investments in Waterfront Park. And we're looking to do some other things, to move the Belle of Louisville into a better location for that. And again, there's some funding to continue to expand west beyond Clayport. When it comes to the Belvedere, yes, plans are underway. That is 50 years old of crumbling concrete over the largest parking lot in downtown Louisville. And it needs attention, it needs a transformation. And so later this summer, you'll see what the final plans look like for that. And by the end of this year, we'll be under construction, transforming the Belvedere into a world-class destination to bring the entire city together. It's going to be a place that everyone wants to be.
Thank you.
Thank you all so much for having me. Really appreciate the support.
My name is Yvonne Smith. I'm the CEO of One West. We want to thank Mr. Joseph for putting this together and deciding that we needed to come together and show the mayor our support. We are very happy to have you here. As you all know, a thriving city cannot be successful without a thriving downtown. And the proximity of the West End to downtown means we all win. So the hope is that all the work that you all are doing, which we're about to present you all, will benefit not only the citizens that live here, but the entire city. And it will complement everything that the mayor and others are doing, but we all have to work together. And that's what this is all about. So, Mr. Joseph, hats off to you. And Mayor, hats off to you for taking the time. We really want to also acknowledge our board members. Please, board members for One West, raise your hands. This is awesome. The level of support. We appreciate you all. Please give them a round of applause. Now, without further ado, you all may know about the work One West has been doing to renovate the South 18th Street corridor and West Broadway. And we're very excited that we currently have 4 projects underway. And so that renovation is happening. We're excited about that. But tonight we want to talk about the developers that we've been working with for the past 4 years. And some for 2, but most for 4. And we want to let them talk about their projects. So I'm going to ask for the first one. Is it going to be Cameron? Coach? All right, Coach.
Again, I'm proud to say I'm one of the 4-year people. This journey started for us in the Portland neighborhood, and we were at the Anchor Building in Portland. We outgrew the Anchor Building in about a year's time. So our foundation serves about 3,000 youth within inside the city, from Oldham County to West Louisville to South Louisville to Newburgh. And so as I start into our presentation, the biggest thing for me is public safety. And so a lot of times you hear that people won't come past 9th Street. We don't have that issue. We bring people from all over the city of Louisville and southern Indiana. And so about 4 years ago, we needed to dream bigger. And so as God always does, he brings people together. So he brought us with Miss Yvonne. She then put us on a series of challenges to make sure that we were ready and primed to step into the light. And so I say step into the light because the infrastructure that we plan on building, the West Louisville Sports and Entertainment Complex, is going to be an infrastructure that provides hope and the light for West Louisville. It will provide a place where we now can bring our ecosystem of families within inside Louisville, and we can bring them in one place, and we can continue what we've been doing, which is preaching academics, arts, and athletics. Along with the public safety, again, it is going to be nestled right down the street from the Norton Sports track, as well as Joe Ash, the mixed use development on Broadway. So there are so many complementary infrastructures that are going to go up in this area. This is going to become one of the safest corridors in the city of Louisville. And for sports and entertainment, it will be known around the world. Over the past months, we have started to develop great relationships with very high-level athletes, some from our city, others from across the country, who are starting to really see what is starting to happen. So inside of our building, just to let everybody know, there will be 4 college regulation-sized courts, with 1 NBA regulation-sized court for large events such as Division II or HBCU conference tournaments. We would love to bring those to the city. 100-yard turf so that we can apply it to our football, our field hockey, and other sports. We will have 2 recording studios, digital recording studios, 4 digital classrooms, smart classrooms, and then one of my things is our bar and lounge area and the concessions. I want to sit down with families and eat. And then what's so great about it is on the days that we don't eat in the complex and we want to go get an even better meal, I can drive 2 minutes up the road and I can go to the mixed use space and get me a steak. And so this is going to be great. I don't have to drive 40 minutes all the time to go get a great meal with my family. The last treasure and gem that's going to be in this building is we're going to do an art museum, because we want to let our youth see the past and our past see the youth. And so this art museum will allow us to bring students in during the day from field trips from JCS and other parochial schools. And so this has been a dream of mine and my team. And we know that once this complex goes up, that we're going to make a huge impact on the city with jobs, with morale, with the culture of how things have been and have been seen out of West Louisville. And so again, very honored to have you come down today to hear about our presentations. And Ms. Yvonne, I just want to thank you again.
I want to ask you, how close is this sports entertainment complex is to the Norton Sports Complex?
We are 2 blocks down the street from the Norton Sports and Health Track. We're 2 blocks the other way with the Joe Ash Construction multi-use space, And then right across from the complex is a 268 unit multi-use affordable housing.
Thank you. Ray, will you raise your hand? Ray is a part of the sports complex team, and he will be overseeing the production studios.
I'm Kyron Anderson. I'm founder and CEO of K Construction and also K Development Group. You said that you all have an issue with these dilapidated properties that are in West Louisville, especially. We have the solution. We are currently working to develop this project right here, which is going to be the first of many. We can take this on dense spaces throughout the city. This one is a 7-plex. The parking is first floor, so we eliminate having to worry about street parking and being crowded for our residents. We are a mixed income property, so we will bridge the gap from those who are working class with those that are trying to come up. We like to be nestled where we are. We're in the Russell neighborhood right off of Magazine Street, right next to 22nd and Magazine, so we're directly in the middle of all the new development that's going on Broadway, that's going on Jefferson, that's going on 28th Street, down the street from Mr. Joe Ash and the Sports Learning Center, and also the Pastor's Church and what they are doing on Muhammad Ali. We are providing something that's innovative and new because we are doing something that is kind of stylish, that's compared to what you see maybe on Main Street by Slugger Field. Each one of our properties is either a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and they all have balconies that come out of both the bedrooms and also the living room units. We will be more of a economical space that has smart capabilities and also energy efficient utilities inside of our units. We are looking to do this in every area that has a need for real estate, that people necessarily aren't ready for a house or they don't want a house, but they want to be into something that they can enjoy and can commute close to the things that are being developed around them. I'm a family-owned company. If you see right here, you see 3 of my children, and I have one more son that also does this. I come from a union carpenter background. I was a part to build everything that was important that went on from 2008 all the way into recently through the union. I've had my company for 10 years. We've developed everything from grocery stores to renovating all the federal courthouses in Kentucky. And I've done this with my children. I've got carpenters and millwrights. My daughter's an administrator. My son is in high school, is estimating. So we are really preparing ourselves to not only do this now, but to do this in the future. And they're just part of a team, part of a team of family members and friends and associates we hire within the community. We want to be able to make sure that we keep growing this. So once you help us to get this zoning fixed and remedied, we'll be able to keep pumping this out in every Louisville, in every West Louisville neighborhood and fix that disparity process.
All right.
Let me get my brain up here. Thank you. Thank you for all your workers and all of those that participate that time in it. I will not preach. But as you can see, our layout here, and you can see a bigger drawing over there. I'll tell a small story quick. Eddy Street was it's on 18th Street, right across street from Shelf Place is where the red brick building was at for years. That church was 119 years old. We put like $93,000 in it to renovate that building. And we stayed in it 15 years. And a wind came by and blew the side building down. So we were told to demolish the building for $93,000 within a week from the city before we get to office. And we said we can't afford it. So we said we're not going to lose the property because the gentrification was coming through. And 12 pastors in Russell with Pastor Snort and some of the other pastors, we worked along with the other man. So they wanted to charge us $93,000. We found a demolator in a week. We paid $18,000 and we were able to pay it within 6 months, just 50 of us, to keep the property. So for a while, we sit there and thought about, okay, we'll put $2 million right there in this historical church, which was the original Church of God, which was the Kentucky original Church of God, where Muhammad Ali's dad went, and a lot of mainstream people, African Americans in Louisville, will go to. Now, in back of this property here at Eddy Street was literally what we would call, as a child coming up, is an alley. And the reason why is I thought, and then when I went to research, years ago, they African Americans used to have to enter through the back, so of Eddy Street to get into the church. So we said, well, we don't want to put $2-3 million at another church building. So I discussed it with some of the pastors and all, after praying about it, talking to Miss Yvonne over the years, and we said, okay, let's do something for the community. So we want to give it back to the community, and we want to build affordable homes there. We want to do something that's even more productive. So I'm going to give it to my daughter, and I'm going to let her tell the rest.
Thank you for your time. I'll stick to the 1 minute time limit. So with that, we are looking to build an 18-unit apartment complex, as you see. It will be composed of 1 bedroom, 1 bath, 2 bedroom, 2 bath homes. We will have affordable income housing, and it will be mixed income. So as Kyron said, we will have families that are on the working scale. We will have families that may be on subsidized housing that we will cater to. We are located right on the bus line on 18th Street. We are located right also in the area of what is known as Big Elementary with the new Roosevelt Perry. We're right down the street from both the 9th Street YMCA and the new 18th Street YMCA. We also are located near some other entities as far as the Hip Hop Sweet Shop and other locations there, right across the street from Chef Space. So we're located on the main bus line, access for families to utilize. Just as Kyron said, we are a family-owned business. This is my father, that's the founder. He came with the idea, and also our other colleagues that are there right behind you. For full-time, I work as the Family Resource Coordinator for JCPS. So as you said, as far as the Thrive by 5 and the sustainable housing for family and a lot of other resources, those are things that I actively listen to on a daily basis that I have to take to people that need. And this is something that we wanted to do. We wanted to be an asset for our community, just as Kyron mentioned, and to help with the housing deficit. As stated, this won't be the only project we do. This will be the first. So those other initiatives that you have, that you mentioned, we're taking heed to that, we're listening to that, and we will take that path to go and help the community. So thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. Now Jared is going to close us out with the last 2 minutes.
Chair Davidson, I am the construction manager here at One West, and I just want to take a second to congratulate all the people that presented here with their wonderful ideas and the impact we'll have in the community. And one of the things that One West has really looked at is the impact in the community, because as we see, we're talking about affordable housing, giving people places to live, but we also need people in the community to be able to spend their money here. So what happens in the West End is you have a house here, and then you travel to St. Matthews, you travel to Dixie, you spend your money outside of the West End, and heaven forbid you cross that bridge and spend it in Indiana. Because not only do we lose the tax base in the West End, we lose it out of Kentucky. So we do not want that. So with that in mind, One West is currently working on 4 projects here in the West End, 3 of which are restaurants. We want dining here in the West, sit-down dining, not counter space, not lunch dining, not, hey, we're just here to work and we're going someplace else. We're looking at restaurants that you can take your family to, you can sit down and have an evening. We have 2 that are currently being built out. If you look around, you'll see some of the photos around on the boards along with the other projects. On South 18th Street, located at 504 and 508 South 18th Street, we have 2 new restaurants that are going to be there. We're also working at the corner of 18th and Broadway, 1731 West Broadway, across from the YMCA. That will be 2 new apartments along with 2 commercial spaces for retail or business to work out of. In addition to that, we also have
on the opposite corner, which was previously the Royal Theater. We will be utilizing that, you'll see in the back, with our brand new picture for our mixed use. Quite a bit of commercial space on the first floor with residential on the second floor. And soon, our new restaurant will be opening next door to that at 1821 West Broadway. So these are all projects that are active. But in addition to restaurants and retail space, the one thing that people in the West End keep saying is we need childcare. Because as somebody who grew up in Louisville, I know that we have first shift, second shift, and third shift. And if you are somebody who is working third shift, whether it's at Ford or GE or where you're working, you need to be able to have some place for your children. And if you don't have that aunt, that grandmother, that somebody that's a close family friend to leave your child with, then what do you do if you work third shift? Well, the building you're sitting in here, this is 4303 West Broadway, this is our proposed space for our 24-hour daycare and child care facility. We are currently working through a request for proposal. We've had some positive responses, and we're really hoping that this is going to be really a jewel in the crown of One West. Now, if you really want to take a look at all of these projects, I would recommend coming down on June 6th. We have our Invest West bus tour. I'm sorry, June 4th. Sorry, 6/4, not 6/6. June the 4th, and it's our Invest West bus tour. And we will tour the areas where some of these projects are being focused to be built out, and you'll be able to see some action, community growth, and engagement.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you all for coming out. Please mingle with these small developers, get to know them. I do want to recognize a couple of folks in the audience today. Mr. Melvin and his wife, who take care of us. They live across the street. Mr. They take care of us. Rita had to leave, but she lives up the street, and she is our caterer and has an amazing business. We just have such a family affair here in the West End, and we just are grateful to everyone. I want to also recognize Ms. Kimberly Button back there. She has an amazing marketing firm that has just signed on to help us. So we've got a lot of things. There's Cleta in the back. We have a lot of things happening, but I want you all to know, the mayor, this is not the end. This is the beginning. This is where we're just getting started. We're putting together a capital stack that is going to be phenomenal. And this lady right here, Miss Katie, she knows how to do that with us. She knows how to direct us and guide us in those ways. So we don't have to fear doing this work. We're going to go through a maze, but it's worth it at the end of the day, because the change we want to see looks like me, right? So just be proud of that. Make sure you know we're all here to help each other. We see Park Community in the room. They've been helping us significantly. Then I also want to recognize Mr. Carl Brazeley back there, who's also working with our minority contractors with 7 p.m. And many of you don't know this phenomenal man, but Anthony Mathis is in the back of the room, Lord of Healthcare. Yeah, give him a big hand. We love that hospital. We love it. So I just want to close us out. Please get some more food, enjoy yourselves, and meet our board members. They are phenomenal people. But last but not least, will the One West staff please wave your hand? This is the most phenomenal people here. You can just imagine loving coming to work. This is the crew. They are amazing. So I just want to thank all of you all. Thank you for doing this. I think Lee's been with us under 2 months, and she helped to make a lot of things happen tonight. And then Selena, who's the little mini me. We thank you. So have a good night, everyone. Thanks for coming.
Absolutely.